here at HGTV Handmade are so excited for the new Paper Towns movie coming out next week. So this week we are doing all Paper Towns crafts all week long. So if you guys don't know, John Green is kind of the reason I got into YouTube in the first place back in 2008 when the book of Paper Towns was first coming out. So this book has a very special place in my heart. I've done lots of design work for John Green over the years, like I did the box set design and the Tiffios sunglasses and the book plates that you can still buy. And I just realized the other day that if you go to papertowns.com, you can still see the 2008 Tour de Nerd Fighting map that I designed way back in 2008. I'm so surprised they haven't taken that over for the movie yet. But anyway, today I'm going to show you some awesome and nerd-fight-tastic magnets that you can make based on Paper Towns and John and Hank Green, and I'm going to be putting them on my refrigerator, but this is a perfect craft to decorate your locker once you go back to school. So first we're going to make an oversized red thumbtack magnet based on the book cover. I found these oversized push pins online and they are just kind of amazing. Look at how big they are compared to a normal thumbtack. I think it matches the book cover pretty well, so I grabbed the 3 red thumbtacks that came in the package and I stabilized them on rolls of washi tape so that they weren't like rolling around everywhere. Now for all of the crafts today, I'm going to use neodymium magnets, which are really small but really strong, and I'm going to attach them with E6000, and I really would recommend using E6000 or a similar type of super glue for this, because if you use a less strong glue like hot glue, sometimes the magnetic force can be stronger than the glue, and so you'll go to like pull the thing off your locker and the magnet will just stay behind. But I've never had that problem with E6000, so just go ahead and glue a magnet to the back of each of your thumbtacks. Let them dry for several hours and move them a few inches away from each other so that the magnets don't attract each other. And now you've got an oversized thumbtack magnet straight off of the cover of Paper Towns. Now maps play a huge role in Paper Towns, and I personally love maps. A few years ago I made this map Bunting, which I think is so cute. But today I'm going to show you how to make this, but in miniature. So just draw a triangle on a piece of cardstock and then draw some tabs on each side. Cut that out and trace it several times onto a map. I made mine from a map of Florida to add some extra authenticity, but you can use any map that you have. Cut out those shapes and then fold the edges back to make a triangle. Use a glue stick to hold down those folds, and now you have a tiny triangle made out of a map. Use a tiny hole punch, mine is 1/16 of an inch, to punch a hole in the top 2 corners of the triangle, and then thread a needle with embroidery thread and just put each triangle onto the string. Tie a loop onto each end of the string and then use E6000 to glue a magnet to the knot on each side. That way you can either hang it from thumbtacks or you can use it as a magnet. And then for one final touch, I used a silver paint pen to write DFTBA on my bunting. And that is it. You could totally do this with any sort of scrapbook paper. It doesn't have to be a map, but I just think it came out so cute. So this next one is pretty similar to the label maker jewelry that I showed you how to make a few weeks ago. But this time we are going to make magnets out of our label maker. Just print out whatever you want them to say. I decided to go for "Don't forget to be awesome," and press them each onto a piece of museum board. Cut out each word with a craft knife or heavy-duty scissors, and then glue a magnet to the back of each one. Of course you could just stick them onto a magnetic sheet, cut it out, and then you're done. But I prefer the neodymium magnets because they're a lot stronger, so you can actually use them to hold things up. But if you only have magnetic sheeting, this totally works too. So once they're dry, just stick them onto your fridge or your locker, and you can make as many words as you want and rearrange them to say some pretty funny things. Okay, so next we have a super specific Paper Towns reference, which is the Great White Wall of Cow. If you've been watching John's videos for years, you might remember his Great White Wall of Cow that was in the background of a lot of his videos. Well, today we are going to make a miniature magnetic one. You're just gonna need a toy cow. I got mine in this pack of barnyard animal toys. So this cow is obviously not a great white wall, so I took it outside to spray paint it white. I let the paint dry overnight and glued a magnet to the back, and then I wrote the words on the front using a fine tip Sharpie, and that's all there is to it. This is one of those things where if somebody gets the reference, you just know you guys gonna be best friends. So next we are going to make magnets out of the Scribble and the Hinkler fish. The Scribble is what John Green calls his signature, so just grab some tracing paper and trace it out of a signed book or just off the internet. And you can do the same with the Hinkler fish. Then go over that in pen so you can really see it, and grab some wire. Carefully bend the wire into each shape, and a small pair of pliers is really helpful here. Now for the signature, you can just glue a magnet onto the back as usual, but for the Hinkler fish you're gonna have to make two pieces, one for the body of the fish and one for the antenna thing, so just glue them together and then glue a magnet onto the bottom of the antenna to make the eye. Once that's pretty set, you can turn it over and glue another magnet onto the other side. So once the glue is dry, you can take them outside and spray paint them whatever colors you like, and now you have some super cool and super nerdy Scribble and Hinkler fish magnets. I'd say they are perfect for only the most nerd-fitastic of the lockers. So I hope you guys liked those magnet ideas, but if you don't want to go that in-depth, you can always just glue a magnet to anything you have lying around. For example, to give my fridge a little looking for Alaska flair, I just glued a magnet to the back of a daisy, and that literally took under a minute. So before I go, I just want to share one more kind of life hack, I guess, and that is to buy an Instax Share printer, because you can print Polaroids straight from your phone. How amazing is this? You can save any photo from the internet, frame it in the app on your phone, and then just print it out, and it develops just like an old school Polaroid. I made the Paper Towns poster, this awesome piece of art by Risa Rodil, a screenshot from the trailer that basically looks like you were on set taking Polaroids, and then if you want to pretend that you're best friends with your favorite actors and YouTubers, you can print out selfies that they've posted on Instagram, and it'll seem like you were actually there just hanging out with them. Is that weird? It is 100% something I would have done back when I was in high school and was a huge fangirl of anything and everyone, but I was also kind of a weird kid, so I don't know, let me know in the comments if you think that would be weird. Anyway, I also printed one of me and John hanging out at VidCon last year. That was pretty fun. Okay, I will stop name dropping, photo dropping. I hope you guys liked those projects. I had so much fun making them, and I am so excited for the Paper Towns movie. Besides Harry Potter, obviously, I actually think Paper Towns might be my favorite book of all time. So I am kind of nervous about it, but I really liked the Tiffios movie, so I have high hopes. So let me know in the comments which of these magnets was your favorite, and I'm also going to put a playlist down below of all of my John Green and Nerdfighter inspired DIYs if you want to see a few more of them. So be sure to stay tuned all week long because it is Paper Towns crafts every single day, and I cannot wait to see what everybody else is going to make. Alright, that is it from me. Bye everyone, and DFTBA.